Hey, it's your boy Skip the Boss, and you watching OTM Magazine. And today, we got a treat for y'all. In this interview, bro, we got the sound of the South to me. The sound that it's just a fluid, soulful, but still got that trapping and sound, bro. We got none other than Trapping in London.
This Trapping in London, and I get it out the mud with OTM at. Man, what's up, man? Appreciate you for having me today, bro.
Nah, for sure. Not enough words can say how much we appreciate you coming in. We don't want to waste no more of your time. We know how hard you work, and it don't go unnoticed, bro. So, starting off with this interview, we just want to hear your backstory. I know about Trapping in London, but for those who don't, tell the people who might not know your full story. Who is Trapping in London, and when did you first fall in love with music?
If you don't know, I'm from Tupelo, Mississippi. I've been in Atlanta really for about almost going to be 10 years coming on in a few months. So I started as an intern at a studio, and then I worked my way up as an engineer. And then I went to another studio as an intern that so happened to be owned by K-Camp. And then I was just making beats in my free time. And then he heard some of my beats, and it went up from there. For sure.
Man, you started in Mississippi. You moved to Atlanta.
Yeah.
You started interning at studios, so you was soaking up that mentorship of all these people who've been there, done that, right? And you was picking up all these things. So that must have been dope, bro. And so you brought up K-Camp, man.
Yeah.
Huge fan of K-Camp myself. Tell me how that process is. So when you first went to the studio and you started working with them, what was that process like from just being an engineer interning to being part of Rare Sound, the collective of engineers and producers that he got?
It was more like how everything else goes. A relationship take time to grow. So it just kind of started off as little stuff. So, I'll be cooking up in the room, he might poke his head in and be like, that's hard. And then I'll be like, cool, appreciate it. And then that go from, start being around artists like True Story G. So I'll be around G, and me and G was making songs. And he'd be like, "I send me some beats, or y'all need some beats," and I go from there. So it was just like a relationship that I was just around, and it just kind of became what it became, for real, honestly. So it was just me just being around sparked the relationship, honestly.
Mm-hmm. You had to be ready too.
I said for sure I had to be ready. If I didn't have it, or if I wasn't working this hard, then who knows? I probably wouldn't be here right now.
For real, bro. Hey, and that take us to you an intern. You weren't making no money as no intern, bro. You know what I mean? You was doing this off the strength. So, do you remember that point though, when you was like, "Damn, I'm really making bread off this"? Do you remember that turning point for you?
Yeah, I can say when I had it's a funny story. It was just I was working a job, and then something happened at the job. Well, actually, so I was working the job, and then I stopped working there. So it was like I went through a little temp service and had another little job.
Right.
I had that job for one day, and then something happened to where I was like, bro, I ain't studying this. I ain't doing this. It was just like, I quit. I didn't even finish the shift. I quit.
Damn.
And
you just left.
I just left. I think our first break, I just left, and then I went to the studio. And then after that, I went off just what I was going for. Like,
that boy left the job and went to the studio. And that was a shifting point right there.
Yeah, that was the point. I was just like, bro, I don't want to work no job no more. Like, I'm just getting strictly out music. And then everything just kind of happened. Like, as far as like me engineering, so I started getting paid for engineering at the studio at Live House where I was at. I had started getting paid from engineering, so I just started taking on more sessions. And before I knew it, I was getting paid for engineering. And then I was pretty much chilling. Like, all my free time was at the studio. I pick up an engineer. I might engineer all night or something. And then I got some free time. I'll be making beats, for real.
Damn, bro. Yeah. So you really went from like working a temp agency, bro. You know how many people in the temp agency right now needed to hear that, bro?
But that's it. They don't really, for real. They ain't caring. You just a body. You filling the spot for real. If they ain't care, I ain't care. I was like, well, it's over. I ain't feel like doing it.
All right, so obviously these folks who picked you up, right? They seen what you was doing. They listened to your music, but they seen your work ethic. They seen something in you. They seen the work ethic. They seen that you pretty much lived in the studio. You said you'll spend all your free time there, engineer all night, and then on your free time you making beats. So they seen something in you, bro. Is that something you can tell somebody else that people will look for in them? For when the opportunity comes, they can be ready. What's some things that people at the next level, like you and your colleagues, what are y'all looking for somebody coming up and trying to reach that next level?
Just a person that you ain't got to necessarily spend all your time, but it's something you want to do. Make sure it's something you want to do, and you willing to make a sacrifice for it. So if you're not trying to make a sacrifice for it, then do you really want it, honestly and truly? Right. So, people just looking for somebody who's just gonna come in and work. Not really. I'm different because I don't really like to be like the spotlight or in the front of everything. So be yourself though. So if you just that person that everybody kind of gravitate to, and you the star in the room or the light in the room, and that's how it work out for you. Boom, be yourself and then still work hard. But for me, it was just like, I'm just going to work hard and I'll stay out the way, and then if something happened, it happened, and it just so happened to happen.
Bro, so just stay steady, be yourself, you know what I mean? Find your lane, but just be willing to sacrifice some time, like, do this, you know what I mean? Don't be trying to play with it. Take it serious.
Play with it,
yeah. Let's go, bro. I appreciate it, bro. Much love, much goddamn success to your future endeavors, bro. I can't wait to hear the next jam, bro. I can't wait, dog.
Appreciate it.
Hey, peace out. I appreciate you, bro. Peace out.
Oh.
For sure.
Hey there, brands and artists. Ready to elevate your presence? OTM Magazine has the ultimate promo package for you. Imagine a compelling magazine article and blog feature paired with stunning cover art. Ready to get your story out there? Book your blog article right now at otmmag.com. We'll craft a feature that puts your brand in front of